And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you feel me? How are you guys doing today? Let me know if you can see my screen, can hear my voice, and hear this snap. The first one, Chris B. Chris B. With no doubt, you are a legend. Big shout out to Chris B. Yeah. Um, there's a lot of things to talk about. But first, what is the Bitcoin or the crypto breath charts are telling us? Look, guys, this looks amazing. Harry, my friend, hope you're doing well. Janet, a very good morning to you. Amazing people. It's really people like you that gives me energy. Not gonna lie. And we have here my friend Dora. I'm so happy you're here with us. I want you guys to focus on three things and three things alone only. One, I want you to focus on this chart here. This is a typical breath chart. It shows you the relationship between the declining and the advancing cryptos. And it's fully focused on the Binance USDT pairs. What do we see here? Healthy, a very healthy situation. 57% of all altcoins are trading above the 200 MA. This is a good thing. The same goes for the 50 MA and the same goes for the 20 MA. Often when you open the chart and when you see these MAs and the EMAs compressing while Bitcoin is going up, it's often a good sign. Remember that. Compression on the EMAs, especially the 20, 50, like the 12, it doesn't matter. 12, the daily or the weekly chart. You see compression after a long consolidation, that's a good sign. I'm going to give you in a bit a few examples. Those who are watching, I have a favor to ask, a genuine one. Hit that like button for us. We are doing really our best. Sometimes when I check the views we have compared to those who are just shilling garbage or telling you to buy every single day while the market is declining, they're getting a lot of views, and that's really not honest or fair. But hey, what's really fair? Whenever I think we are in a bull market, I will share. Whenever I think, and we do all this on our own discretion, that things are going to decline or a reversal is about to happen, we're gonna say that. If you like it or not, it doesn't. We don't care. What we care is that we are professional market analysts. We are trading for a living, and we're sharing our insights, especially to our Discord community, so they can grow and trade for themselves. Okay, we talked about the breadth charts. They're looking really amazing. And then we have the heat chart. It looks okay-ish. We're gonna check some altcoins also in a bit. But before I'm gonna move on, this is our website, burpnest.com. Check the description or check now the chats. If you're in the chats, go to this website. If you haven't done already, join the waiting list, because in 5 days from now, we're gonna organize one of our biggest events. It's actually the biggest event of this year. We have Crypto Burp and the rest of the team, including myself, And these bunch of speakers, we have different CMT people. We have Quinton, we have Patrick's from Match Chain, with Michael, we have Christopher, we have CRG, we have Jake, we have Karush, we have TraderDank, we have Axel, and we're gonna have a few other speakers as well. And all of them are going to share real pure alpha with you guys. The only thing you need to do is very simple. Click on this button, join the waiting list, and you will have direct access to our Discord community until the end of this event. And meanwhile, you will benefit from a lot of things, including chart requests, including trading psychology, including trade setups, including investment ideas, and I can go on and on and on. Kepi, Bara, so happy to have you here. Such an honor. Thank you for joining us. So now, before we move on, I want you to go back to my original thesis. My thesis that I've been sharing for a long time, since the beginning of this year, and especially after the halving event. Who can remember that original thesis? Have we here some people who have paid attention? Anyone? What was my original thesis? Anyone? No one? Come on, guys. Um, Let me check if I can find that other layout. Yeah, it should be this one. Yeah. My original thesis, this is a secular trend measured in business cycles. What do we see? Up. Okay. What do we see here more? We see the halving events here, 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 and here. My original thesis, and this is not hindsight bullshit LARPing shit. This is my thesis for a long time. You do not want to change your high time frame thesis. Of course, you want to be adaptable, but you do not want to change your thesis high time frame if you see something happening in the 4 hour, 12-hour chart. Even if some macro events are happening, you do not want to change your thesis that quickly. Big things need to happen before you want to change your thesis. My thesis was very simple. I'm going to repeat it. After each halving event, we had a post halving consolidation of 160 up to 180 days, and these consolidations are meant to be very boring. They are meant to induce what? Time capitulation. We have seen it here. We have seen it here. We have seen it here, but also here. It seems that this time we had a longer consolidation compared to the last halving event, but now it's finally happening. You know where we are? We are actually here. We are actually like literally here. We escaped from this very boring consolidation phase of 180 days. A lot of things happened, of course. The election, the halving, the Bitcoin spot ETF, all in one day. We have rate cuts. And there's one thing that needs to happen for a real epic bull market, for a real epic altcoin rally. Who can tell me what it is? Do we have some smart people here? Some of you might say, well, the Bitcoin dominance needs to go down. Bitcoin dominance needs to go down. It's another word for people need to sell their Bitcoins for altcoins, or people need to inject more liquidity in altcoins. So think about that last one, the last one. If we need more liquidity, we need more quantitative easing or less quantitative tightening. I shared this thesis a while ago with you on Twitter. Let me find this tweet so I can walk you through it very quickly. Liquidity is a very important thing. People are very happy when they hear, "Hey, rate cuts, rate cuts. That's a good thing. That's a nice thing. It's good to have." Yes, in general, it's good as it could bring some liquidity. But the real liquidity comes from quantitative easing or less quantitative tightening. As of now, what the Fed is actually doing, you can check this. I know most of you or many people here on Twitter are too lazy. But the TLDR here is rate cuts. We have initiated rate cuts, but no quantitative easing at all. It's still quantitative tightening. What does it mean, quantitative tightening? It means that they are still pulling liquidity out of the financial system. I shared this thesis a while ago. The Fed still has no intention of injecting liquidity through quantitative easing. There's quantitative tightening still happening. It's still ongoing. This reduction of this reduction pulls money out of the financial system, the opposite of quantitative easing, where the Fed would buy asset to inject money into the economy. As of now, 60 billion is being pulled out from the what? It's pulled out from the system. So we don't per se need quantitative maybe easing for real altcoin rally, but it would definitely add a lot of fuel to the bull market altcoin rally. Hope this makes a little bit of sense. So to come back to my original thesis, post halving consolidation. Secondly, also often after a halving event, it takes Bitcoin more or less 518 days, or let's do an easy number, 520 days to go from the halving to the all-time high. So the duration, the time span between the halving and the like the cycle high, 520 days. As we have seen here, we have seen it here, and we might see it here, which means we could see the end of this cycle, or the top of this cycle, I should say, because the cycle is measured how? How is the cycle measured? I want to hear some thoughts on that. I'm gonna re-ask this question in a bit because I know there is some lag, so I will allow you to reply on this. This tells me that we might see the top of the cycle somewhere in Q3, maybe Q2, maybe Q4, but that's more or less the range I have in mind. More aiming for Q3, Q4 than Q2. This tells me that there's a lot of growth for room space for growth for Bitcoin to go even higher. My original thesis is still the same. I just finished a session with one of my private mentoring students. I'm saying one of my private, I just have one because I have only the capacity to take one and not more than one. This is the logarithmic chart. Look, if you are opening a chart, especially high time frame, get rid of that non-logarithmic chart because it's going to distort your view. My high time frame, my cycle high thesis for this cycle is, I'm going to switch to another chart layout. Is here, just very easy. There are different ways when things are in price discovery to determine a target. My target is around 175K. Doesn't mean we're going to go there. No. Could we overshoot? Yes. Could it mean that there are a lot of front runners and we just end at 150K? Yes. But this gives you like an idea how far it can go. Also, notice the long range we had. Rarely does Bitcoin gives us a retest after a long range, as we can see here, and then we can see here. And rarely do we see a small move. This is not, of course, a small move. This is a very good move in relationship to this rectangle pattern, because that's what it is. It's actually a range. Some people were calling like lower lows, making lower highs. No, it's in essence like the situational context is it's range bound after such a big up move. A rectangle in a what? In a rectangle in a uptrend, more often than not, is a continuation pattern. It's easy as that. So if you do like the fibs, connecting this low with this, this high with this low of this rectangle, it gives me a Fibonacci extension of 95K. And by the way, everything is on logarithmic. The chart is on logarithmic, so are my fibs. If you measure the low and the high, like the distance of this range, and add it on top of this range, it will bring you somewhere around 100K. So this is actually my target of this rectangle. And we've been, we hit it here last week, this week. Hopefully, going to see some consolidation, and then hopefully, um, altcoins are going to perform well. This is Ethereum against Bitcoin. This is really a shit chart. Not gonna lie, it doesn't really look amazing. We have this. What do we see here? Look how many data points we can match just by this, having this. This is a multi-range, a multi-year SNR level. From here to here, that's 3,000 and something days, 3,200 days. That's a lot of days. Ethereum just pierced through this level as if it was nothing. We do see some on the 3-day, something interesting forming here on the RSI, but still it looks very, very weak. And it's probably supposed to be very, very weak because the main attention is Bitcoin. If we go here to this website, you can this is like public website. This is no secret. 2.7 million Bitcoins are now in the hands of what? In the hands of private companies, ETFs, and countries. Do never, ever think that this amount of Bitcoin will flow into altcoins. This will never flow into altcoins. Maybe some of these ETF buyers, they may be going to rotate, sell their Bitcoin for Ethereum, maybe. But no way they're going to buy from the secondary market. No way they're going to go to, sell their Bitcoins, their ETF Bitcoins, their institutional Bitcoins, and purchasing Ethereum or something else, Solana or XRP for that matter, or Doge. No way. This is actually, you could consider it as of now locked Bitcoin that's locked up. Of course, they can sell. ETFs buyers can sell. Countries can sell. Private companies can sell. But they have a reason and a strong thesis why they have added Bitcoin to their balance sheet, or the clients of BlackRock and Fidelity. They have a reason to invest or to at least diversificate into altcoins. As we speak, almost 13 or 12.9% of the total supply is now in the hands of ETFs, countries, and companies. And now take this into consideration. 3 million Bitcoins are lost, basically forever. The 1 million or 1.1 million Bitcoins of Satoshi, probably locked up forever. And then we have people who lost their Bitcoin. A lot of crazy things happened. Around 2-3 million Bitcoins are probably lost forever. These are like what we call like the dead Bitcoins. So when taking that into consideration, the actual real pure supply is less than 21 million. It's around 19 million. So 2.7 million of the 19 real Bitcoins that can really move are now in the hands of these companies. So that's one of the reasons why Bitcoin is doing well, and why this is primarily, although memes are doing now quite well, why this is primarily a Bitcoin bull market rather than an altcoin bull market. However, I believe there is some hope. I have been sharing this thesis for a quite long time. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart, and what do we see here? Yeah, quantitative easing we have, right? Ethereum Bitcoin flip. I don't really believe that Ethereum will flip Bitcoin as in market cap, but I believe you mean it will outperform, I think, Bitcoin, and I think this thesis could be very very valid. We need, of course, a lot of time. By the way, guys, it's time for me to remind myself, in a few days, we're going to organize our biggest annual event. and you are invited. I know a lot of people from the Discord are watching this. You guys are already aware of this. Those who are watching this need to listen very carefully. In a few days, we're gonna organize one of the biggest crypto events, our crypto event. We have invited a lot of high-profile speakers. We're gonna add even more speakers to the list. We speakers where you can learn from, where I even, where even I learn from them. We're gonna start on the 25th of November. However, early birds, those who are joined our waiting list, they already can have free access to our Discord community. And why Discord community? That's the place where we share trade setups, trading psychology insights, gems, and full support 24/7. To give you guys a quick walkthrough how this really looks like, it looks like this. This is our Discord community. Um, this is a call shared by Reese. This was a TAFA call. We called here, not sure how to pronounce DI, and it already did 40% quite quickly. We are very transparent with the calls. If we hit targets, we celebrate. If we lose, because we do not win all the trades. Anyone who tells you I have a win rate of 100% is a liar and a LARPer. No way you can have a 100% win rate unless you only took one trade a month and then you can say, hey, I have a 100% win rate. But it doesn't work that way. No one for a week long or a quarter long, if you take multiple trades, no one can have a 100% win rate. This is another trade I shared. This is Cook. We have Doge. No hindsight LARPing shit, right? We give trade setups. If we win big, or we win small. Win small. When we lose, we always lose small. There's nothing else that we do. We lose small and we win big or win small. It's one of the three, or sometimes break even, of course. But that's the way how we write, and that's the way how we do things in our Discord. We share calls, scalps, but also a lot of trading psychology insights, really insights. You will never find this insight ever outside of our Discord community. I'm myself a trading psychologist, a trading psychology coach. I'm a NLP master coach. I really believe this is now the time to have a trading psychologist, or a psychologist for that matter. Even I go to a psychologist in real life to talk about the markets. Although she doesn't fully understand the market and the dynamics, it's a way for me to consolidate my thoughts, my feelings, and to have everything ordered and structured in my head. There are a lot of bullshit takes on the bull market. One of them is, for example, you don't need sleep. I really think this is one of the biggest false notions, the biggest crap, the biggest bullshit I've ever heard. Traders and investors who are trying to make the most out of this space and are sleep deprived for 2 months, you're finished. Your mental capital is very tied to your quality of sleep. If you're sleep deprived to 2 3 months, no way you're gonna maintain a really strong mental capital. You're gonna suck. You're gonna make a lot of bad decisions. Trading is all about executing and execution and mindset. It's always mindset before execution. How you do anything is how you do everything. So those who are telling you, there are a lot of false notions. One of them is Bitcoin doesn't make you rich. So just go into all altcoins. We have seen what altcoins have done. Altcoins haven't performed really well against Bitcoin year to date. And this crap of don't sleep or no sleep season, that's really bullshit. You set your alert, you wait for the trade to come to you. You do not want to refresh your portfolio every time. You know why? Because this is causing a lot of mental accounting. And by the way, this is maybe something I'm gonna discuss later in a private live stream with the Discord community. So let me focus right now on charts. What we see here is the Bitcoin dominance chart, and I've used different Bitcoin dominance charts with stables and without stables and without Ethereum and stables. And there is a pattern here. And this is the pattern. 250 days, more or less, after the halving event, we see a big drop in the Bitcoin dominance. Look, this was your bear mark, altcoin rally. This was your altcoin rally. Okay? This was a COVID crash. I understand. It's an anomaly, but still, 250 days. This here was your Bitcoin bull market. And now we have been in a steady uptrend for a long, really a long time. 800 days. Been a while, man. 800 days. It makes me even almost emotional. 800 days. And the Bitcoin dominance is rising. This is a Bitcoin bull cycle so far. We haven't seen really like the alt rally, not in the same form and shape as in the last two previous cycles. I believe we might see the end of a strong Bitcoin dominance in the next few weeks, which makes me believe, which makes me considering, and I'm going to consider this, and I will do this by the way, to rotate from Bitcoin into altcoins in the next few weeks, as I believe this is basically the top for the Bitcoin dominance, and this is the time for altcoins to shine in the next few weeks. 250 days since the halving brings us to more or less the end of December. So end of Q4, the start of Q1, we might see a very interesting altcoin rally, a strong rotation. We have already seen the glimpse of it quite recently. If you go to coin market cap, look, thesis, high cap, 54%, Hydra, 160%, another shitcoin, 52%. Theta, this is an old dino coin, 23%. Polygon, 12%, still a shitcoin. Or maybe not. Sorry if I hurt some feelings. Tia, no, 6%. That's actually nothing in this environment. But you got my point, right? We already seeing some volatility kicking into and some bullish price action kicking into some of these altcoins, and I think this will continue and take different forms and shapes as we are approaching the end of Q4 or even the start of Q1. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. You guys know where to find the chats. And again, I'm doing this generally for you guys. So if you want, and if you feel generous, hit that like button, share this with your friend, and leave a comment. It helps me. It makes me happy. If you want to upset me, just ignore me, and I won't be upset with you. Okay, this is the Bitcoin dominance, but there's another Bitcoin dominance chart I want to show with you. Look, this is a typical rising wedge. This is a Bitcoin dominance without the stables. Stables excluded. Where is it? Yeah, security info. Just copy this formula, add it to your trading view, and then add it to your watch list. This one here. And it will calculate the Bitcoin dominance without stables, okay? Without stables. Now ask yourself, what would you do in this situation if this was a normal coin you could trade? Would you long or short without knowing that this is the Bitcoin dominance? It's a rising wedge, actually giving you, generally speaking, a bearish thesis as a rising wedge is a reversal pattern, although it can also be a continuation pattern. In this form, here you would say, well, this could be a running wedge, going to the upside. But now it's showing here some weakness, and a lot of altcoins are doing pretty good, while Ethereum is doing so. So this is quite promising. This could be an indication of the end of a strong Bitcoin dominance. This is another chart I want to share with you. Really, nobody is talking about this chart, and I think 99% of crypto Twitter is not aware of this chart. If you are smart, copy this and add this to your watch list. I shared it just now in the chats. What this one measures is it measures the real altcoin strength without Ethereum stable. So this is actually the Bitcoin dominance measured against altcoins without stables, without Ethereum. I refer this as the pure, real pure Bitcoin dominance. A while ago, here I asked people, would you short or long this? Oh, uh, okay. Replay is not possible. Imagine you see this. Okay, look to the right side, not knowing that it would reverse. This is a resistance zone. It pierces quickly here through this resistance zone, and then just imagine you don't know what will happen here. Oh, just use your imagination. Okay, you don't know what will happen here because you're living on the in the a few weeks ago. It was the 5th of November. This looks really strong, right? This is not something you really want to short, as this is a it gives you like the glimpse of a continuation. But now look what happened. We easily crossed here through this level, and the Bitcoin dominance, the pure dominance, went all the way from 76% to this level. It means that a lot of altcoins are waking up. A lot of altcoins are waking up. So this really tells me that altcoins really want to do something, given the fact that this chart looks more in the favor of altcoins, and the Bitcoin dominance normally takes a hit, a drop, a decline 250 days after the halving. So when we combine just simple TA and simple time analysis, I'm not gonna overly how to call that I'm not gonna make things more complex than they already are. I believe that the time for altcoins are about to happen. And by the way, let's see what Bitcoin is doing right now. This looks not bad at all. Let me go to the Binance chart to show you something. Oh, look, this is a place here. What do we have here? This zone. This orange zone here. Here we have clusters of stop losses of those who are shorting Bitcoin. What does it happen? What happens when somebody is shorting Bitcoin and his stop loss gets triggered or liquidated? Even better, because you do not want to short Bitcoin. If you're in a short position, you get stopped out. You're actually buying. We could see an escalation and a cascade of different stop losses. I don't think we have like enough liquidity there to quickly go up, but I think it could induce some breakout, forced sellers, and then people want to anticipate on a potential breakout, and we could go higher. What could be a target? We are in price discovery. What could be a target for Bitcoin for the next few weeks? Who has an idea? Yes, indeed. We have a lot of liquidity here. Basically, this zone. Probably some G-gens that they have their stop losses here, and here, a very logical level. Quick question, guys. What could be the next target for Bitcoin? What would you do to determine the next level for Bitcoin? What kind of techniques would you use? Bitcoin is in price discovery, and it's actually in this, how to call this since, what was it? Since last week, since Monday last week. It feels like months ago, to be honest. Maybe I'm sleep deprived. Uh, but we are actually in this how to call it, like a range bound since Monday. We hit that all-time high here. But how would you determine a target for a breakout if we're going to break out from here? Yes, my first way to do this is FIPS. But listen, there are different ways how to use FIPS. If you have a soup, would you use a knife? Maybe a strange question. If you would eat, if you're having your soup, would you use a knife? No. When you have something on the logarithmic chart, you want also to have your oscillators, if possible, also on the logarithmic, especially the FIPS. So if you connect this high here with the low, tells me that a breakout from this level here could bring us all the way here around 97K. Screenshot this, okay, and remind me in a few weeks, maybe 1 week. A breakout from here could push Bitcoin here. That's one way. Another way is, seeing this as a rectangle. I'm not really a big fan of it because it's not really a rectangle. But you could use this distance and add it on top of here. That brings us around to 100K. I rather prefer to use the FIPS and see this as the next TP if we're going to see a breakout. What do we see here? Can we... Yeah, you could see this like as an ascending triangle, but again, breakout, we could see here some consolidation. Bitcoin looks pretty good actually today. Those who are in Discord, and by the way, our community members, our subscribers, they have access to the Biblicator Pro. And I'm using this system for scalping. I'm going to explain you quickly how it works. Those in Discord, I'm going to do a dedicated video on this on the Biblicator. Yeah, it works like this. This here, this thick line is the trailer. It means actually on the 1 hour, based on math, this is an uptrend. Duh. What we want is we want to play these U's. Like you see this orange button here. It says U. It means up. So you want to go up here. You want to go up here. You want to go up here. If you have played this since Monday, like no hindsight bullshit, right? This is just you can play this very mechanical. This is a U. This probably would got you stopped out, not gonna lie. So this would be like a losing trade. This would be a winning trade. This would be a winning trade here. And this would be a winning trade. You can go back, also those who have the Biblicator Pro, go to last week and see what would have happened if you had played this Biblicator Pro scalping system. This was last week. You would long here, that would be a win. This one, that would be a win. Here, this would be a win. This would be a win. I'm gonna take out, I do use the volume profile a little bit in this system for extra confluence. This is a up signal, and this would have been a good trade. This is a U signal. This would have been a good trade. This is a U signal. This would have been a good trade. This is probably got lost out or break even. This was not also a good trade. This a little bit, but hey, why? As you can see here, the high time frame trailer, this is a 50-minute chart. This trailer, it basically tells you what the trend is on the 1 hour. Here, the 1 hour. We are actually more in the bearish territory. So what I normally do when I see this, I actually refrain from scalping, long scalping. I rather prefer to see the high time frame, so the 1 hour, the high time frame related in relative to this is a good entry. This would give you small profit, probably break even. This would be a loss. This would be a good trade. This would be bad trade. So as you guys can see, there's no such thing as a winning 100% win rate. However, if you just apply consistent risk management, risking 2% of your trading account and taking profit, you can lose probably 60% of your trades, and 40% of your trades would give you a massive win. That's how it works. You want to have the numbers in your favor. This is the Bubicator Pro. Those who joined our community, who are exclusive Nest Club members, they have full access to this very sophisticated standalone trading system. You can use this as a straight-alone trading system. It's also a system I use to enter different trades. For example, we had Mother USDT. Let me go to the Bubicator Pro trailer. So yeah, what was my thesis last time? It was even the 4-hour. Let me go back to the Discord, because there I can give you a real life example and how to use it. By the way, everything you see here are real calls we are actually taking. We have ourselves like real skin in the game. Is it how it should be? Actually, by doing this, I'm giving you a lot of yeah. So Mother was based on a inverse head and shoulder pattern. It hit our at least our TP 1 or 2. I cannot remember. I need to update this a little bit. And then we have Sunduck, which we also played, shared by me. Look, you see this thick line here? That's basically what? That is your high time frame trailer on the 12-hour. It means the trend is actually down, but here we see price action piercing through that trailer, indicating that there is a shift, a potential shift in direction, and that's where you want to find your entry. And if you can combine that with very classical, one-on-one TA resistance turns into support, that's your entry. Don't overcomplicate trading. The more rules you have to enter a trade, the more complex it will get. So Sunduck. By the way, those who are in Discord, yeah, I know. I need to update this in a bit. Let me just focus on the this is how you can use it. This here is your current time frame trader, the 12-hour, and here we reclaimed, suggesting a change in direction, trend-wise. And you can also, if you enter something, you can also use it as a potential stop loss, or you can use an ATR or something else, but this works fine as well. By the way, I believe Sunduck looks not bad at all. This could be like the bullish retest, like the throwback. Let me see how it looks like on the. But then we want this holding, and then it goes up. Sol USDT. Woodman. So to give a question to your question, what indicator is this? Bubicator Pro. Invite only for our Discord community members. Solana. This looks just amazing. Look, almost new all-time high. Oh wait, let me delete this. A lot of unnecessary drawings here. By the way, again, what do you see here? What happened here? What happened here? What do you see here? This is a range, right? This is a rectangle. Where does the rectangle coming from? Uptrend. Rectangle that comes from an uptrend more often than not is a continuation pattern. Yeah, so I cannot ignore the strength of Solana. Also here, if you would apply like the fibs, like the low to the high, there are not many tools you can use other than classical patterns, Fibonacci, or like a combination. I use something like the combination of them. It could easily push Solana here to $300, $315. Very possible. If you measure like the low here with the high, and then add it on top of that, that would be here. That this is very interesting level for Solana. What do you guys think? Does it look good or not? So there are some charts where you see this rectangle more on the other side of the chart. On the let me show you. Let me give you an example. Here, without indicators. Okay, without indicators. What do you see here? Starting from the high of January, what do you see here? You see a very strong downtrend, okay? But suddenly that downtrend stopped and more into a range. What does it mean? It means the downtrend has been weakened, and this would be seen as an accumulation phase. That's how you can see it. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of Arbitrum because of the airdrops. A lot of people, they got their free tokens. It's like with Wormhole. Maybe the technology is good. Here, the same. Strong downtrend, and then suddenly the downtrend ended. And then what was this? This is what? This is just a range. Well, Bitcoin is going up. This is your opportunity. If you were interested in Wormhole. Are there any chart requests, ladies and gentlemen? We have 4,000 people. So I'm expecting 4,000 likes, 4,000 shares, 4,000 comments. Okay? Can I count on you? By the way, this is again a new reminder. We opened our doors. Our Discord community is open to anyone. You can join us for free, as we are having a free trading event this year. A very cool event. We have lined up high quality speakers, people who have really a skin in the game and know their stuff. This is the speakers list, but it's not finalized yet. I'm a big fan of Michael. He's a CMT. I like Quinton a lot. Patrick's really nice, good friend. We have the chart guys. They're really knowledgeable. We have Michael with his special insights. We have Christopher. He's no bullshitting. A really good guy. Understands his stuff. We have Jake. I think he had like a long was part of Transpire or was the CEO of Transpire. I cannot really recall that, but very knowledgeable guy. We have Kurush, amazing guy. We have Axel here as well. We're gonna add even like more speakers. Our goal is to give you guys the best experience ever and to basically boost your trading experience, but also the tools. Even I learn a lot from these guys. They have all of them. They have really unique skills, and I ideally take from those who really have a real skin in the game, and are academical, but also certified or licensed, like a CMT. Very high respect for those guys. I know how difficult it is to obtain that CMT designation. Not really that easy at all. Not at all. So the only thing you need to do, just join. If you join the waiting list, you will get direct access to our Discord community, where you can enjoy free trading signals, calls, trade setups, trading psychology insights, live webinars. You can drop your chart requests, and so forth and so on. And it's free until the end of the trading event. So this is your chance to get it. Hello. Flashbacks. Really, flashbacks. Hello, what do we see here? What do we see here in the weekly chart? Not sure what the market cap is of Hollow. Um, Actually, TradingView should add that feature where you could see here in the right corner. Maybe there is something like that, like the market cap and a few other essentials. What do you guys think? It's like with DEX tools. I'm missing that a little bit. Uh, yeah, yeah. Nothing much. Oops, sorry. Nothing much happened really here. It's not really trending. Strong downtrend. Let's see what it did this year. Yeah, benefited a little, from a pump, but I'm not a big fan of this, to be honest. This is just range bound. Could be accumulation, and could see like a breakout, kind of higher. Uh, Imagine if it goes back to yearly high. Yeah, 145%. Yeah, honestly, I don't have any strong opinion on Hollow Chain. Let's see what the Fabricator Pro trailer system is telling us. Let me only zoom in on the 12-hour. Wait. Let me. Oh, of course, my bad. Yeah. So this is actually telling you if you would go long here, the system does actually give you long entry under the condition that this level holds. If you consider this as I know it's too deep maybe for a bullish retest, but sometimes when you don't expect always a classical bullish retest, by the way. Don't think too textbook-ish. Um, just context is most important. Don't think it will do something like this, right? Often it goes a little bit deeper than you want. For example, it goes like this to scare people, but it could also be like a liquidity thing, right? Because there was like a small moment where there were no enough bidders for that specific coin. So don't uh, get too blinded by something you want to see. Just take what the market is giving you. I don't really believe in the textbook retest. It doesn't occur that often. So if you consider this, let's see how it looks like as a throwback. And I wouldn't trade this actually, to be honest. But if you dig into Hollow Chain in hot, um, then you could consider something like that. A candle close below here is something you don't you want to get out, or a hard stop loss here. How much ATR is that from here? Oh, that's a very big. No, I would rather prefer no, not one ATR from there. Yeah, that's interesting. Honestly, I believe there are better charts out there than the Hollow Chain, but that's my system. For now, you could argue that the rate of price change is pretty rapid, but not only on Hollow, but a lot of other altcoins as well. I mean, it went from the range low to high in 7 days. Sorry, 14, 12-hour sessions. So that's interesting. So there's some momentum. If you would consider this as the higher low, then it might from here, and this is like your next higher low, and then anything here below around this level would be interesting with having the trader as your stop loss. But I honestly wouldn't feel really comfortable with hello. Okay, I'm gonna do just two, 3 more. But again, guys, hit that like button. And tell me if you enjoyed this show or not. If you did not enjoy this show, just tell me you did not enjoy this show. We can still stay friends. I'm not uh gonna not make beef because we do not agree with each other. So what is Nixera? Honestly, I've never heard of this coin. Okay, but generally speaking, the same thesis. What do we see here? A year-to-date high, strong downtrend. What do we see here? This like the trajectory of this downtrend actually changed. Uh, this is not. Yeah, of course, I'm not fudding anything, but this is something. If I would see this, I would skip this. Doesn't have my interest to be honest. Um, I could check for you. You know what data we see. Based on the no, yeah, actually at the mid range where the 12-hour actually flipped bearish. Couldn't really reclaim or get out of this range, sitting just above the high time, that 1 day high time frame trailer. Uh, Personally, I would skip this. But if you're trying to accumulate this, you have conviction, then this is definitely level to set your alerts if we get there. Probably this is like a low market cap coin. Actu. I think it's this one. So, damn. Why could nobody? Next time when you see something that could do this, call me. That's a significant move, to say the least. What is this? Altcoin of the meme coin? What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Honestly, I really don't have a really good track record when things have exploded this crazy. I can chart but I don't want really to. Oh wait. Oh. Yeah. Well, what to make out of this? I mean, there's not much to chart in this. See, like this small range here. So, as in, from a market psychology perspective, what could we think? What to make out of this? Probably the ATR is going down here as well. So, when you see like something like this, then know that another expansion is about to come. But it doesn't guarantee an up expansion, right? It could go down as well. Honestly, when I see something like this, I just tell myself I missed that entire move. Maybe for scalps or something like that. But then again, I wouldn't really I don't have an edge here. Like, what can I do here? Nothing. I would have skipped this, to be honest. But very interesting. If you got in very low, I mean, congrats. Good times for you. Uh, XRP. XRP, USDT. So again, guys, I'm expecting a lot of likes from you guys. There is a lot of strength. I do see. Look the bull. Flips here bull on the weekly. Not so many altcoins are flipped bull on the weekly, by the way, with the Biblicator Pro. This is a really strong move. I think if you see something like this with a lot of price history, you want to check XRP against Bitcoin. Oh shit! Sorry, this is the wrong one. Yeah. Ooh. I marked this level really literally. But that's a difference between, full disclosure. That's really the difference between the market analyst and the trader. You can analyze more than that you can trade. Period. Because the money you can put in trades is very, very, very limited. If you have opened like a few trades, your money's in a few trades. You cannot open other trades. So even you have marked your levels for other trades, that's good in anticipation of when you want to rotate from the other trade to the next trade, or your plate has played out, you already have something you in mind, like a game plan to execute. But sometimes your money is locked because you're already in a trade that's going well, or it's still forming, it's still playing out. But this year, I also shared this in the Discord community, but that a really long time ago, that if you want to make more Bitcoins, going to XRP, this brilliant move. Very, I mean, look. Yeah, sorry. I was a little bit off. Yeah. So yeah, I could see this. Let's see what they are telling us. The Biblicator Pro bends. What's next? Let me. No, let me go back 20. Yeah, I could see this continuing going up. Really, to maybe like even here, the upper band. A lot of high potential, a lot of potential for XRP. I mean, you can hate XRP or win or lobby. This doesn't look bad at all. Also, if you flip again back to the T chart, and then you go to the here. Let me do this and take this away. Well, you see all these like multiple crossovers. That's after like a bullish sign. The MACD probably would have signaled. Yeah, look. MACD is not. Some people, they use like a MACD and a weekly, or even a 3-day as a entry trigger. Completely fine. That looks really interesting. If you're in XRP, good times for you. I could easily see this heading here towards April 2021 high. Look, after that, wait, this is. Do we have more price action on other charts? Wait, there must be, right? Wait, let me go here. Yeah. If it can take out this high here. This is probably next. No, I'm not gonna lie. XRP looks amazing, very strong. S- Um, wait, let me go to this chart. Damn it. Um, where do we have most price action? You think? Otherwise, I will just stick with Binance. 12 hour. Look at the compression here on the EMAs. Uh, 1 day chart. There was something wrong, right, with Zetaro? What was it again? The when was it launched actually? Hmm. Okay, what I'm seeing here is just here. It is actually it's directionless, to be honest. Although this was a downtrend, and I would have skipped this. Not gonna lie. If you would check the Replicator Pro trailer, what do you see here? High time frame on the 1 day support, 12 hour still bearish. Fundamentally, no idea what it is or what it does. I would look for coins that are breaking out of the range rather than being in such a condition, to be honest. CRV. Uh, like this. Um, yeah, so this was the yearly high, strong downtrend. But here, where's your downtrend here? There's a downtrend. Beautiful breakout. And sometimes it does give you beautiful retest. Maybe no, this is like pretty difficult to catch, to be honest. But um, CRV looks not bad at all. If it can continue to 50 cent, then this would have been a very decent. If someone accumulated here, good times for you. CRV. Okay, the last one. This was a big winner in the last cycle. Downtrend, little uptrend, downtrend. That's the obvious here. Oh, sorry for not speaking. Here, at least, we could say it respected the 2023 low. Um, flip the 21 EMA. So it needs to stay like that. Yeah. Yeah, you could say, that it broke the trend line. It looks not that weak, to be honest. And if this here was your range, then Yeah, look, like one little thing. If you see um, something trying to break out, and then people, and it goes down, and people will quickly, say, "Oh, deviation, it will go down all the way down." No, if it is trying to pierce through a certain resistance level, for example, through this high, and it retraces, but it's what we call like a soft rejection. More often than not, it has then enough stamina to break out. The classical concept of this is the shortfall. It means actually two things: bears were not strong enough to push this all the way down. Secondly, it means bulls, they were strong enough to defend and to push price a little bit up. Hopefully this makes sense. And by the way, this is going to be the last one, as I haven't had any lunch yet, and I still have to do a lot of other things, including preparing a trading psychology session with for the community. So you got my point, right? Resistance. Oh, sorry, deviation. I would refer this as soft rejection, as it couldn't really go back to the mid level, let alone to range low. So I would definitely monitor this one, uh, because if it breaks out, this could be a nice trade for. Yeah, this would be maybe even a very decent TP, like having like TP around 37. 44. That would be very interesting. Okay, the really last. This is the last one. Okay, this is clearly, wait, you know clearly what it is, right? Look, this is like the downtrend, but if you look to this downtrend and this, does this confirms the downtrend? No, it doesn't. For a long time, by the way. Something similar. The same thesis, actually, really. You could see this as a deviation, or again, like, these long wicks could be anything, liquidity, or too many people at once trying to buy and then sell. There's a battle, but the bottom line is we could easily say that this is not like a very hard rejection, maybe like mid-level. It is maybe kind of hard, but not as in that it could push the price all the way down. This is what it retraced probably all the way. Oh, wait, is it lock? Yeah, it's lock. Okay, but still, I would say if something looks like this, you want to be careful, because this is attempt number one. Uh, Maybe it's not soft rejection. I would maybe call it like soft medium rejection. If we get here to see like another medium rejection, you have like this how do you call it, a rounding bottoming, like this. Where is it? Oh, if something like this happens, that could be your entry. But too early. I would set alerts, really. I would set alerts here around 11.2. Maybe even here, in case it's going to break out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's call this a call. TLDR. This here, where is it? A high time frame thesis for altcoins. Bitcoin dominance, 250 days. Bitcoin dominance drops. Bitcoin dominance very strong before the third um, halving, although this caused mainly caused by the COVID, but still very big drop 250 days after the halving event. I suspect something similar will happen. Um, this dominance measures the Bitcoin or the altcoin strength against Bitcoin without stables, without Ethereum. I want to see more bearishness here, as this will give me more confidence in altcoins, because at one day I will fully rotate into altcoins for the sake of making more Bitcoins. Alhamdulillah. Last time, I'm going to remind you for today. This is our trading event. We lined up a lot of high quality speakers. Join the waiting list, because joining the waiting list will give you directly access as of today. Directly, it will give you directly access to our Discord community, where you guys can chill and hang out with the Discord community members, with Adrian, Crypto Burp, with me, with Reese, with Jay, with Rizun, and all these other legends. We share a lot of trade setups, and again, we're always aiming to lose small, but win big or win small. It's there's no other option. We never lose big. We always lose small on any given trade period. These are the trades we recently have made. It always comes with technical explanation why doing so, but also our buy entry, our TP, and how we from the moment the trade is active. So we are in the trade, we actively monitor the trade, and we manage the trade accordingly. It's not we just give you a call and that's it. No, we just on the way up or the way down, it depends. We manage the trade accordingly. Here, for example, with Mother, congrats, we hit TP1. That's 30%. Good 2-point R thread. Seems me volatile. I won't move my stop loss. I have moved my stop loss. If you're more risk averse, move your stop loss above entry. So I do give people the trying to help them to create their own mental framework to think, okay, am I risk averse, or am I going to take that risk and not moving my stop loss? And the same we did for DI. This one was shared by BC Richfield. This was Arbitrum, shared by Rizun. It's TP1. This is BNB, Wild, like a lot of trades. Probably, on average, there are like 1 or 2 trades that can be played, but we don't ever force trades, because sometimes the market doesn't give you trades. Sometimes the market is forcing you to stay on the sidelines, and that's how a good trader or a mature trader stands out from the mediocre traders, because the mediocre trader always thinks, hey, I need to chase these trades, while a advanced or a mature trader knows, okay, these are my levels. I'm only going to open a trade if I'm getting a trigger. Otherwise, I'm not going to open a trade. And that's also the way how you save a lot of money. You save money by skipping the bad trades. Period. As a trader, sometimes you do not want to win more, but lose less. Ladies and gentlemen, until the next time, I really enjoyed this live stream with you. It has been like 1 hour and 20 minutes. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for listening to me. Please tune in the next time. Join the waiting list. And those who are already in the Discord community, ladies and gentlemen, later around 3 o'clock UTC, 3 o'clock UTC, we're going to start a trading psychology session where I'm going to share some insights very relevant for the next coming weeks. Until the next time, see you around, guys, legends. Bye-bye. God